this episode of the Weird Obscure World podcast.
I have been abducted.
Wait, what?
The main forms they take are reptilian entities.
That.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. Please like, share, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend.
Yeah, tell your friends. And
have
interact.
a listen, interact. Yes.
Yeah, please. Send us your fun stories because, left to my own devices takes us to a dark place, and then we're trembling through the weeds.
Yeah, he can't be left to make decisions on his own.
Yeah, I need adult supervision. So, any adults out there?
That's right. I don't know if any of our listeners are bona fide adults. At any rate.
I'm sure there's one or two.
Weird news.
Yes.
I go first.
Yes. Where are you coming from?
Kentucky. Kentucky man forced Amazon driver to rake his driveway at gunpoint.
Look here, boy.
63-year-old.
You sure do have pretty hands.
63-year-old Kentucky man was arrested after he allegedly pulled a gun on an Amazon delivery driver and ordered him to rake his driveway. Police say that Kenneth Vance confronted the driver as he left the property and pulled out a gun. Vance ordered the driver to step out of the van and handed him a rake. He told the driver, who has not been identified, to go ahead and smooth out the gravel driveway. The gravel driveway. To smooth it out.
Give me a minute. Hold on.
Gravway driveway. To smooth out the gravel driveway.
Uh-huh.
The driver cooperated.
Everyone, that was Betsy who did that?
Yes.
Not Jared this time. Normally that's Jared who can't talk.
The driver cooperated.
Did he do it because he felt the Amazon driver drove in too fast, did a hard stop and messed it up? Or was it just, this needs to get done?
It doesn't say.
Here's a spry young man to...
I don't know.
Oh, man.
The driver cooperated and was allowed to leave the property when it was finished. He then called 911. The police went to Vance's house where he was taken into custody. He was charged.
He made me rake. I was kidnapped to rake. I was worried he was going to violate me.
I've never actually raked before. Not even at gunpoint. So
the van was left running.
He was charged with wanton endangerment and unlawful imprisonment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unlawful imprisonment, brandishing a weapon. I mean, there's a lot of charges. I don't know what Kentucky's laws are.
Listen, I'm doing gravel in my backyard right now, and I have an order coming from Amazon.
Hello, Amazon.
I'm just saying.
Yes. The only question is, what firearm shall you use?
And do you know, I actually personally know an Amazon delivery driver who's my son. So I could get away with it, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Yes.
You wouldn't even need a gun. Just need the mom voice.
Yeah. So anyway, Dustin,
get
in the backyard.
That's hilarious.
Rake that gravel.
That is hilarious.
That is not a job issue that you would think you would have with Amazon. It's probably not in their training to, if you're held at gunpoint and handed a rake.
Might be now. Okay,
just
when
rake.
you deliver, we try to make all left turns or whatever. And then when you're held at gunpoint to rake a yard.
Yeah.
Always rake across the front of your body and walk backwards, minding to what's behind you. You don't want to trip
Never
over
lose
something.
eyesight of the gun.
Level it out. So you do 2 rakes, forks down, and then 1 rake, forks up, just to get that nice flow.
That's right. And the better you do, the faster you're out of there.
I remember when I was in the
What
Army.
if he was what if he wasn't a good raker? This guy could have held him for days. If this were me,
murdered for not raking right.
Yeah.
So when I was in the Army, the sergeant major got mad at us I was a young private at the time. And so around our motor pool fence line, there were rocks. Some were gray, some were red. And we're talking, if you walked around the perimeter, probably a mile, maybe just over a mile. And my squad was split in two. So there's 3 people outside the fence and 3 people inside. And it was busy work, granted, but the 3 people outside had to toss the red rocks inside the fence. And the 3 people inside had to toss the gray rocks outside the fence. So we walked around the perimeter.
That was your job?
Well, he was mad at us. I can't remember what we did.
Do you think the next time around they did the opposite?
They might have, but the rocks were mixed. And he wanted one color outside, one color inside. And so that's what we did. It took forever. It took like a week.
Oh.
I wish I remember what we
work.
did to mess up. I can't remember.
I'm sure it was good.
But yeah, a whole bunch of privates out there tossing rocks.
Goodness. All right, what you got for us this week?
Okay. I'm taking us to Florida.
Back to Florida.
Oh, man, I love Florida.
We should move to Florida. We should podcast only from Florida. We would never run out of weird news.
We'd have
open the windows.
Yeah.
Open the drapes.
Put
have a
your
peek
ear
outside.
to the tracks.
Yeah.
So, some people chartered a passenger boat.
Okay.
It's like a fishing boat. Or some people chartered a fishing boat. And they go out fishing. And so, let's lay down. Sarasota, Florida.
Okay.
Captain Mark Bailey, 36-year-old man, while he's out taking them on their fishing trip, was nipping from a bottle of rum and drinking a lot of beer, and then decided to hit the cocaine. So he gets all, and this is a family that chartered it. So
He gets all raked up and
yeah, the 15-year-old passenger was trying to get a beer for his uncle that he was on with from the bucket. The captain pulled out a gun, was threatening to kill everyone on the boat and throw them overboard. He lost it. He went into full-on drunken cocaine dystopia and kind of held him hostage out there for the trip. He grabbed. Now they were a Latino family that chartered it, and this guy kind of went prejudice on him and grabbed a chain and yanked it off one of the guys, like a necklace chain, and yanked it off, and started talking about, I don't know, prejudice stuff while he did it. And they were 30 to 40 miles offshore.
holy cow. You're stuck.
And so
Unless you're a good...
then he starts shooting the gun at boats off in the distance.
I'm telling you, grab a hold of him, toss him overboard, shark bait.
Well,
and I don't know. Mayday. Shark bait, then mayday.
and it sounds like once he didn't pass out but kind of mellowed out, and then they went back in. They called the police. The police come. Then when the police are arresting him, he kicks the door of the cruiser and puts a big old dent in it. And I mean, he just went on a rampage.
Just a cocaine fueled.
So, and the father, he's like,
It's like a family vacation
he's
memory.
like, I've chartered this guy's lots, never had an issue.
He's been on that boat with that
Yeah,
guy?
he's gone out fishing with that guy lots, never
They're
had
like
an issue.
family now.
Yeah, and then the guy just goes on a bender.
Loses it.
Oh man.
Did they charge him?
Oh yeah, he's getting charged.
I guess that would be kind of unlawful imprisonment too.
Yeah. It just happened 3 days ago, so the charges haven't popped yet.
Oh
But-
my hell. Stop it. Where do these people come
How
from?
scary would that be? You're out on a boat, going to go fishing.
I mean, if you're just in the bay,
And then the captain.
But if you're 30 to 40 miles, you can't even see land.
The captain starts just pulling from the rum. And, have you ever seen Captain Ron?
I think so.
All right, for all the listeners, if you have not seen Captain Ron, you should watch it.
That's a scary thought. You're at the mercy of this cocaine-fueled binge.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. That's a good time.
Florida never disappoints. We're gonna talk dumb laws today.
Okay.
This interests me simply because...
Not dumb laws, weird laws.
Yeah.
And obscure laws.
Obscure laws.
From around the world.
So this interests me because in order for there to be a law, it has to have been perpetrated in some sense for them to put it into law, or you wouldn't have the mindset to think it up.
Like you can get a DUI on a horse?
Yeah.
Did you know you can?
Yeah.
In the state of Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a boat.
So.
Or think even a bicycle.
See, that's what I'm saying. People have to have done this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take it back to the state of Kentucky because they need to be drawing up some other laws, like you cannot hold your Amazon driver at gunpoint to rake your gravel driveway.
Yeah, are they going to have a legislative session to write a law about that? Or can we just assume don't do that?
Well, Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Dogs may not molest cars. This is an ordinance. Yep, I'm not kidding you.
Okay. I need a minute.
So
if you're a dog and you're going to molest a car, what is your soundtrack?
Okay. First of all,
Is it a little bit of who let the dogs out? Who?
So the definitions are: animal is any vertebrate creature other than a human being.
Any vertebrate? So
yes.
A jellyfish can legally molest a car.
True.
Octopi.
And
squids.
Yes.
Slugs. Snails.
All of those.
I think they've left insects. They've left more critters out of this law than they put into it.
Oh, they really didn't think that through.
Yes.
So,
but how do you charge a squid? An octopus, what do you hold an octopus in? I've seen the videos where they squeeze themselves through little holes.
This was enacted in 2001.
So it's recent.
This is a recent one. So let's pick another one. Kentucky, you can't molest. You can molest cars, but your dog or vertebrate animal cannot.
What is define molesting a car?
Well, molesting would be, I guess, in the proper sense of the term, anything that could be harbored or interferes with the reasonable use and enjoyment of this car.
Using a part of the car for gratification other than driving to somewhere else
Would be considered molesting, yes.
But a dog cannot.
A dog cannot.
How did they charge the dog?
I don't know. With molestation of a car, I suppose, and put him in doggy jail.
We've got a bolo out on a chihuahua.
A bolo. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Yes.
An all points bulletin for the dachshund who has a big smile on its face.
Okay, so in Illinois or Louisiana, which this makes total sense. Stealing an alligator could land a person in jail for up to 10 years.
Is that stealing an alligator from a person?
Stealing an alligator.
Or just capturing an alligator?
No, you can capture alligators because there's licensing.
Who are you stealing it from?
We're talking theft of an alligator.
Like going into someone's alligator pet sanctuary and...
Maybe they have a pet alligator and you steal it.
Mm,
You can't do that.
we make great pets.
Yes. In Massachusetts, still a law that says all men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday. It's a law. I'm just
Now, preacher,
yeah.
we're not going to be covering any of that gosh dang Book of Job today, right?
Yeah. In Minnesota, all
Minnesota.
bathtubs. In Minnesota, don't you know? All bathtubs must not have feet. So the clawfoot bathtub?
You can't have a clawfoot tub
Nope.
in Minnesota.
Nope. And it is still illegal to sleep naked in Minnesota.
Um, okay. The clawfoot tub.
Yeah.
Why?
Perhaps if a foot gives way, the water may spill, causing damage. Perhaps it's because they're horrific for stubbing toes upon as you wander around your bathroom.
Who enforces this gallant law? How do they enforce it? What does the fine look like?
And the sleep naked one, what if I'm mad at my partner and I turn him in for it? What happens?
You call the cops.
Listen, I know it's a
Hello,
law.
911. I need to report a crime.
Exactly.
He's right next to me. Shh.
So
No, I'm not in danger. No, he didn't hit me.
he's
He
just
didn't hit me.
naked.
But he threw his dirty socks on the floor again. I've had enough. I know that's not a crime. No, listen to me. He's sleeping naked. Yes, send the police now. Send them now. The sheriff, the police, the SWAT team. Send them all now. Doors unlocked.
So the great state of Montana brings us some really interesting laws. One may not pretend to abuse an animal in the presence of a minor.
Okay, may not pretend to
Correct.
abuse an animal. Okay.
It's illegal to be
But
like, I'm going to...
Can
Don't you
abuse the animal?
I don't know.
You can hit that animal, but don't you just rear back and not
Don't
follow
you
through.
just pretend. It is also illegal to have a sheep in the cab of your truck without a chaperone.
Well, I mean, you know why that happens. Girl, bling, 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 bling. You'll be a woman. I mean, you know, on the old trope, how come on the old westerns none of the shepherds ever come into town to the brothel?
That's true.
Oh.
It is illegal for
That's in Montana? You'd think that'd be Wyoming.
Yeah. It is illegal for a man and a woman to have sex in any other position than the missionary style.
I agree.
And 7 or more Indians are considered a raiding or war party, and it is still legal to shoot them. What?
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Must have sex in the missionary. Imagine being that officer.
Yeah.
Is that you in the reverse cowgirl?
So
God.
this is one in Helena that I wasn't. It's called the game of Folf. Folf may not be played at night. And that is a golf disc. Folf.
Oh, that's like disc golf, like frisbee golf?
Yeah, it's called Folf. Folfing is prohibited at night.
You can't play it at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot play it at night.
And
Let's bring it to Utah.
I want to think for a minute. Every one of these laws had to have a legislative session on it.
Yeah.
And so somebody wrote the bill and had to present the bill, and then a whole bunch of other somebodies. Remember, these are the upstanding of our communities.
Mm-hmm.
had to vote on this and agree with it. How insane. Is there any weird laws from like our local area?
Oh, yes, Logan.
Okay.
Logan, Utah. It's illegal for women to swear.
I am going to become a cop in Logan simply to enforce that.
Here's one for the state of Utah.
The whole state.
Still, the entire state. It is illegal not to drink milk. They don't care if you're lactose intolerant.
Not to drink milk?
It's illegal.
Now, does it have to be cow milk or can it be the almond milk?
It just says milk.
Or what other milks are there? I heard.
Soy, almond, rice.
I saw. Betsy, you're going to love this. I didn't read it. I'm saving it. They're making cockroach milk.
No, damn no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, come with shell in it. And you got shell in your teeth.
Here's another one for Utah. It is illegal to detonate any nuclear weapon.
Oh, well. I mean, sensible.
That should be a given.
Yeah.
Why do we need a law?
Honestly, why haven't the other states followed us?
Here's another one for Utah. A husband is responsible for every criminal act committed by his wife while she is in his presence. Boom.
Well, that's the way it always was back in the
Yep.
back before the suffrage movement.
Yep. Still a law.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And that's why I don't have a wife.
So let's go to Wyoming.
Especially with my track record.
Yeah.
My hell.
Let's see. Wyoming. It is illegal for women to stand within 5 feet of a bar while drinking. Wow.
Of a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bar, the building the bar,
Yeah.
or a bar
No.
on the ground.
No, like the bar, the building the bar.
So women can't drink in the bar?
Not
So
within
you
5
can't-
feet.
You can't go to the legal tender and take your
Fair.
girlfriend in? Hey, that's a designated driver solution.
In Florida, again,
Okay.
they had to put, it is illegal to sell your children. It is also illegal
hold
to
on,
have
hold on.
sexual relations with a porcupine.
I say we make that one legal and just enjoy the ramifications. Now, selling your children. Okay.
Florida has some.
How long did it take to write that bill? How long did it take to argue that bill in the legislature? How long did it take them to vote? How many people argued against that?
Listen, I'm starting to see a trend here. Why Florida is so weird.
Go on.
You may not fart in public after 6 p.m.
But 5:59, let her rip. What if you have one of them those goosers, and you start before 6? Do you have to like pinch it shut and then leave public?
Oh, well, yeah, if you don't want.
And then is public just out on the street? Like you can duck into any building, like go into that fancy restaurant.
Jump into your car. It is also considered an offense to shower naked in Florida. What's happening?
So what do you wear? Do we need to? When was this law written?
I don't know. You are not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edges of more than 4 cups and or saucers.
And okay, who enforces this? How do they know? Do they count your garbage?
I mean, listen, you want to get someone in trouble, you just got to know these laws.
Just butter up the edges of the dishes, and will you do the dishes for me? See you in 6 months, honey.
State of California.
Uh-huh.
Animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a tavern, school, or place of worship.
Okay. How do the animals know this? So,
Yeah.
like a couple of chipmunks, and then the SWAT team shows up.
Women may not drive in a house coat in the state of California.
Is that a robe?
Yep.
Women can't drive in a robe. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
In Blythe, California, you are not permitted to wear cowboy boots unless you already own at least 2 cows.
So now, could you imagine that law being imposed? Like a rhinestone cowboy. Just hear the record scratch.
Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff. In the state of Idaho, you may not fish on a camel's back. It's illegal. You can't do it, Jared. I mean, there had to be someone that these laws were written for.
Oh, I want to tumble into the weeds for a minute. Haven't done it yet. Okay. Horses were brought to these continents by the Spanish, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know where horses evolved?
No.
North America.
Really?
Yeah. Where
From?
camels? From whatever was before horses. But horses first appeared in North America, then left, and then were brought back. Camels. Where do you find camels?
Well, in desert areas.
Also evolved in North America.
Well, there it is.
See, my love for watching dinosaur YouTubes has taught me some stuff. Okay, go on. Sorry.
In the state of Nevada, it is illegal to drive a camel on the highway.
There's a lot of camel laws that.
And in Reno, Nevada, have you been to Reno?
Yeah.
Sex toys are outlawed.
In Reno.
I've been to Reno, people.
At the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually outside of Reno and I think Carson City. But, okay, so no sex toys.
New Mexico,
Uh-huh.
there's a law that states idiots may not vote. I'm digging it.
I like that law. Let's impose that now.
In
Can you
Carizoso.
pull up that bill, copy, print, and I'm heading to the legislature when they're next in session. Okay.
In Carizoso, New Mexico, it is forbidden for a female to appear unshaven in public. Again, digging it.
Like legs?
Unshaven. Mustache, legs, armpits. I mean, what?
How often do women have to deal with the mustache?
It depends.
Yeah, well, it depends on the mustache, I suppose.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Depends
Does
on
it
the
have
mustache.
to be fully shaved or can they go artistic? I mean, I'm not talking don't do the Hitler, but, maybe a pencil-thin number that rides right on the lip. Huh?
In North Carolina, it's against the law to sing off key.
Well, I obviously can't sing in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, how do they deal with that in this new age of the internet where, can you be in trouble for posting a YouTube video of you singing Neil Diamond and then someone in North Carolina watches it and then North Carolina police have you arrested in Utah and then extradited to North Carolina to stand trial for singing off key?
It could, yes.
Because I just sung that song. And if someone in North Carolina watches this, I could be arrested.
Well, yes, because technically you're broadcasting in North Carolina.
Oh, man.
That's it. All couples staying overnight in a hotel must have a room with double beds that are at least 2 feet apart.
Oh.
Still a law.
Doesn't mean they can't just sleep in one, but they have to have a room with 2.
In the great state of New Jersey, it is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a murder. What? That is that is an actual law. Yes. Okay, how about the fact that it's illegal to commit a murder? Who cares what you're wearing?
Well, yeah, that's an add-on,
It's illegal to wear a bulletproof vest. And you may not slurp your soup. Yeah. Yep.
That's in all of New Jersey.
All of New Jersey. They don't like that.
Man.
Yeah, they don't like that at all. Let's go to Oregon. Great state of Oregon. It's illegal for drivers to pump their own gas.
Yeah. Actually, I think they did away with that law and it caused a ruckus.
So they put it back?
2 years ago, a lot of people were complaining that they didn't know. No, I think the law went away, but they didn't know how to do it. They were like, how do you do this? And like grown-ass men are like, I don't know how to do this. What do I do? And women are responding, come on now. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory.
So here's one. One may not test their physical endurance while driving a car on the highway. 50 push-ups, 51.
Automatically, my mind goes to, don't touch yourself while you drive.
Juggling is strictly prohibited without a license in Hood River, Oregon.
Okay, so the licensing, how does that work?
Do you have to be good at it?
What does the license look like?
Is there like a test, like a skills test?
Is there an enforcement branch of the licensing?
That handles just juggling?
Yes.
Yeah. You can also...
Sir, you are charged with juggling without a license.
In Marion, Oregon, you cannot eat a donut and walk backwards on a city street.
That was in the legislation. That was in the notes. Was that a joke?
No, that's an actual...
I mean, was that a joke in the thing? They were like, oh, man, these people don't pay attention to us. We are their state senators. How can they... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a law.
Yeah, maybe they just put it in there and they're like, he's never going to read that.
And
then it's
I
in law.
want to travel to some of these places, like
and do
that
all
is,
the illegal things.
and do that. Not all of them. There's some things I don't want to do. I don't want to do any of the weird ones.
Yeah, like...
But the docile, innocent ones, like, where do I get a camel?
No, I want to just eat a donut and walk backwards.
I want to get a camel.
While pumping my own gas.
And go fishing. Seriously.
Just to see what
They've
happens.
got those big lunkers up at Twin Lakes.
Hey, we have camels right in Grantsville.
Where?
And a reservoir. Down Higley Road, the lady raises camels.
But you got to do it in Idaho. That's where the law's written.
But you can't fish from a camel's back in the state of Utah.
That was in Idaho.
Was it in Idaho?
Yeah. So we've got to go to Idaho. And Twin Lakes has some big rainbows in it. So we go up to Idaho. And I sit on a camel.
And fish. Okay. Here we go. Great state of Texas. It is illegal to sell one's eye.
Oh, man.
It is also...
I've got 2 of them.
Up to a felony charge can be levied for promoting the use of or owning more than 6 dildos.
What are you in for? I
own 7 dildos.
Well, I robbed the store I worked at. Well, actually, it's ladies. What are you in for? I killed my husband. What are you in for? I have 7 marital aids.
Yeah. In Clarendon, Texas, it is illegal to dust any public building with a feather duster.
In Clariton?
Clarendon. And in Dallas...
Clarendon. I thought you said Clariton. That might have to do with the name.
In Dallas, it is illegal to possess realistic dildos. They got a thing with dildos over there.
Man, Texas does not like the marital aids at all.
Yeah. See, we could...
Did you ever hear about Doug Stanhope when they first did the TSA thing? He filled a suitcase with dildos. Yeah. It was like 100 dildos in a suitcase. And they had to open it up and look at it because the scanner just showed a whole bunch of weird stuff.
In Norfolk, Virginia, spitting on a seagull is not tolerated.
So we're going to Virginia. You're going to see me running up and down the beach. I'm all dehydrated because I've been spitting the whole time. Still not successful because the seagulls fly away before I get there. Well, in Utah, it's illegal to kill them.
Well, that makes sense, but spitting on them? Anyway. All right, let's see. Where do we go next? Let's check out Hawaii. What could be weird about Hawaii?
I'm sure they're totally sensible.
Billboards are outlawed.
All right. Driver safety.
All residents may be fined as a result of not owning a boat.
Ooh.
And coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ear. Just for the record.
Man.
You cannot put coins in your ear. Dang it, you're taking away all my freedom.
The magician. Took our job.
They took our jobs. In Alamosa, Colorado, throwing missiles at cars is illegal.
Can you shoot him at cars?
In Aspen, catapults may not be fired at buildings. Who has a catapult?
Someone's out there. This isn't a catapult. This is a trebuchet. And this had to have happened.
In Denver, the dog catcher must notify dogs of impounding by posting for 3 consecutive days a notice on the tree in the city park and along a public road running through said park. They have to notify the dogs before they can pick them up.
They have to notify the dogs?
Yep.
Hey, you're getting picked up.
Yep.
In 2 days.
And it is also unlawful to lend your vacuum cleaner to your next door neighbor. No, can't do it.
You can go 2 houses down and lend it.
I swear. Oh.
The vacuum share is out of question.
Yes. If a child burps in church, his parents may be arrested in the state of Nebraska.
The kids in the orphanage.
In Waterloo, Nebraska, barbers are forbidden from eating onions between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m.
I agree. Now we need to add dentists. And who else are close talkers?
I don't know. In North Dakota,
and we need to add other food, like stuffed peppers.
Any Mexican food.
I love all those foods, but sometimes you get a bite of that, and the olfactory senses are destroyed.
In the state of North Dakota, beer and pretzels can't be served at the same time in any bar or restaurant.
What about nuts?
Yeah, they must be all right. One may be jailed for wearing a hat while dancing. No dancing with hats on.
Oh, fantastic.
In the state of Ohio, it is illegal to get a fish drunk. Just saying.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's illegal to walk a cow down a lake road in Bay Village. Oh, man. It makes you wonder if these laws, if some of them are just complete jokes.
Oh, man. They are now. Taking the cow for a walk. Don't you go that way.
Don't you do that.
Getting a fish drunk.
Who did that? At one time, margarine was illegal in Wisconsin. I wonder why.
Well, yeah.
The great cheesemakers.
I agree, though. Margarine's nasty. Cook with butter.
Yeah. Tattooing is illegal in Brookfield, Wisconsin, unless it's done for medical purposes.
What's a medical tattoo?
I don't know.
Yeah. Little arrow, put food here.
This side up.
Yeah. I'm gonna put I told you about the tattoo I'm gonna get, right?
No, which one?
Well, I'm gonna get
You have no tattoos, right?
I don't, but I'm gonna get an M on both my butt cheeks.
Oh, that's not nice.
But now with the podcast, I'm gonna get W's. on both my butt cheeks.
Oh,
Wow.
Weird Obscure World podcast.
And then when I
Jared.
lay on my back and kick my legs up, it says Mom.
There you go. In Champaign, Illinois, one may not pee in his neighbor's mouth.
We've got a nephew that lives there. And
Does he know about this law?
you may not pee in your neighbor's mouth.
Right.
Um,
It is also
hold
forbidden.
on. I have okay, so did this happen? And oh man. Okay, go on.
It is illegal to give a dog whiskey in Illinois.
But you can give it rum,
Yes.
tequila, just
Beer.
just not whiskey.
It is forbidden to fish while sitting on a giraffe's neck.
That's going to be harder to do. Okay, so we've got
That's
camels.
in Illinois.
Where do I get a giraffe? And on its neck?
Yeah.
But if I sit on its back, you're
Apparent-
good.
Yeah. In the state of Maryland, it's illegal to take a lion to the movie theater.
So that had to have happened.
This is my
So you go-
support animal.
You go to sit down to watch the latest rom-com, and someone sits down next to you. Doesn't say lioness though. They're good.
Yes. Crazy. In the state of Massachusetts, no gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car.
Nah, I agree.
And in the state of Massachusetts, children may smoke, but they may not purchase cigarettes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Holding it down. Got to obey the laws.
And Quakers and witches are still banned in the state of Massachusetts. They're holding tight
Quakers
to the
and
Salem
witches.
witch trials, yes. They're synonymous with one another.
Yeah, but they're exact opposites.
I know. Additionally, bullets in the state of Massachusetts may not be used as currency.
Oh.
Just for.
But that's my end of the world plan. I'm investing in precious metals, brass and lead.
Yes, well, you cannot use it as currency in Massachusetts.
Huh.
Ain't gonna happen, Jared. In the state of Oklahoma, it is illegal for the owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend or have sex with a buffalo. I'm just saying.
So,
It is also illegal to have the hind legs of farm animals in your boots.
so you can't put boots on your donkey and get for a laugh.
And people who make ugly faces at dogs may be fined or jailed. What if it's just my face? That was an ugly face.
What are you in for?
What if I'm just born with it? What if I can't help it?
Don't look at the dog, Quasimodo.
And cars must be tethered outside of public buildings.
Tethered?
Yeah, you got to tether your car. I wonder what precipitated that.
You park and throw the anchor out the window and then get out.
Oregon. Whaling is also, Oklahoma. Whaling is also illegal in Oklahoma.
Wailing? Like
Wailing.
crying loud or
No, like shooting whales. Like
shooting whales? Is illegal?
catching, harpooning, you can't whale in Oklahoma. That's going to be really hard.
I know we got a big whale problem. An infestation, if you will.
In the state of Tennessee, it is illegal to use a lasso to catch a fish. Skunks may not be carried into the state.
Skunks may not be carried.
It is illegal to dare a child to purchase a beer.
Oh.
Seriously.
Oh.
In Vermont, it is illegal to deny the existence of God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And women must obtain written permission from their husbands to wear false teeth.
Papers, please. These little old ladies.
At one time, it was illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole.
Did we have a lot of giraffes?
Giraffes
in
and
the
camels
country once
and
upon a
whales,
time?
apparently.
Oh.
I mean, really. These laws, I'm telling you, they need to.
I still think the tippy top is the whaling in Oklahoma, though. How does...
Let's see what we got in Arizona. It is illegal to manufacture imitation cocaine.
You can't just throw baby powder in a little bag.
In Arizona, you may not have more than 2 dildos in a house. And hunting camels is prohibited.
There's a lot of dildo stuff.
Yes.
And camel stuff.
And donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs.
Okay. I mean, I would argue that might just be, you don't need a law for that. They may not be able to. I don't know.
Yeah. In Nogales, an ordinance prohibits the wearing of suspenders.
Whole bunch of old men with their pants falling off.
And in Tucson, women may not wear pants.
Really?
Yep.
I'll be driving by there in 2 weeks. I am gonna
Writing citizens tickets.
You can, or well, no. I'm just gonna pull in, and the cops are gonna be busy that day.
In Alaska, no one may tie their pet dog to the roof of their car.
It's a big problem.
Yes. Persons may not live in a trailer as it is being hauled across the city.
Okay.
A person may only carry a concealed slingshot if the person has received that appropriate license.
There's a slingshot license?
There's a slingshot license.
I want a slingshot license.
Mooses may not be viewed from an airplane.
Mooses may not be viewed from an airplane.
Mooses.
Well, it won't be mice. All right, someone's at the door. Hold on.
Okay. It is also considered an offense.
What if you see him on accident?
Going to jail. Telling you something?
Is there any law against catapulting solicitors to another neighborhood?
Not that I've seen.
Boom. Trebuchet land. All right, go on. So you can't view moose from an airplane.
Correct.
What if you see him on accident?
Going to jail.
Oh, man.
While it is legal to shoot bears,
Okay.
if you're licensed properly in the state of Alaska, waking a sleeping bear for the purpose of taking a photograph is prohibited.
So no bear selfies.
No bear selfies.
Pretty self-explanatory.
It is also considered an offense to push a live moose out of a moving airplane.
So is that...
Someone had to have done it. I'm telling you. Someone had to have done it in order for there to be a law about it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. In Missouri, single men between the ages of 21 and 50 must pay an annual tax of $1.
Well, I mean, sacrifices must be made. $1 versus, getting married. All right, I'm down.
In Marquette, Missouri, it is illegal for more than 4 unrelated persons to occupy the same dwelling.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to be related.
To occupy the same dwelling.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
In Mole, Missouri, Mole, M-O-L-E, frightening a baby is in violation of the law.
Okay.
And in University City, Missouri, one may not honk another's horn.
In the car?
I don't know. It's pretty open. I don't know. I'm telling you. Why?
These all went through the legislative process.
Yeah.
These all got voted on by upstanding citizens of said community.
And it's not like, I mean, it's not like some of these could ever be upheld.
The whaling one in Oklahoma. I'm tired of all these people killing these whales here in this state.
In the state of Rhode Island, no one may bite off another's leg. It's a good one.
But that happened.
It had to have happened.
The guy's all sitting there. You're going to get it now, tucking the napkin into his collar.
It is also considered an offense to throw pickle juice on a trolley in Rhode Island.
Pickle juice. On.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is illegal to use water on even-numbered days for the sole purpose of watering plants, garden, or lawns in West Warwick.
Okay. Water saving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. West Virginia. It's illegal to snooze on a train.
You can't sleep on a train in West Virginia?
Nope.
Okay. Wonder why.
Whistling underwater is prohibited as well. Just in case you wanted to try it. Jared, I don't know if that's one you should try.
Those bubbles were pushed out through parched lips. Were you whistling, sir?
I swear.
I was not whistling, Your Honor.
Yeah, whistling underwater. You can be stopped by police for biking over 65 miles per hour in Connecticut.
Okay, yeah. That's impressive.
It is unlawful to walk backwards after sunset.
There's a lot of backwards walking stuff.
And in Hartford, Connecticut, you may not educate dogs. It's a law.
We don't want none of them dogs knowing them maths.
It's a law.
Oh. Does teaching your dog like to sit and roll over and beg, is that considered educating?
I don't know. In Indiana, no one may catch a fish with his bare hands.
Oh, well, okay.
Drinks on the house are illegal. It's on the house. That's illegal.
Oh, they can't give away free drinks.
Yeah. Let's see. Who haven't we covered yet? Mississippi, maybe?
I want to see some New York come out of there.
It's illegal in Mississippi to teach others what polygamy is. It's not illegal to do it, or maybe it is.
You can't.
You can't teach them about it.
Huh. Might get bad ideas.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. To me, polygamy sounds rough, but, you know, some guys might want to have multiple women mad at him all at once.
In Tylertown, Mississippi, it is unlawful to shave in the center of Main Street. Can't do it. They've had enough of that shit. Listen, man, you can't do it there.
I was trying to drive down the street. There's foam and razors everywhere.
I swear. Ooh, Washington. This is a law I can get behind. And we're gonna leave off with Washington. The harassing of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or other undiscovered subspecies.
That's a new law too. It just came out.
Is a felony punishable by fine and or imprisonment.
So now, after our last Bigfoot discussion,
when
you see Bigfoot, you cannot tease Bigfoot about his bulbous, swollen red ass.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Well, you can't do anything to Bigfoot.
Or his chubby cheeks, his orangutan cheeks.
That's right. Yep.
Man,
That's
fun. That's a fun walk down the weirdness.
I'm these laws. It's like those signs that you read sometimes, and you go, someone had to have done this. So, yeah, these laws were created for the weird people that do these kinds of things, like whaling in Oklahoma.
Whaling in Oklahoma.
You can't whale.
So
in
did
Oklahoma.
somebody have a whale caught, brought to his house, and then he killed it and whaled it? Because other than that, I can't imagine that there's a prevalence of the ability to do whaling in Oklahoma.
It is also considered an offense in the state of Utah to hunt whales. It's on the books.
So is that something they'll prosecute someone from, like, the state that goes and joins a whaling ship in a place where there's whales, or is it just don't?
No, it's here. They can't enforce laws or create laws for other states. It's here.
Oh man,
can't do it here either, Jared.
So, is there a waste of money and politics going on? Is that what we're looking at here? Perhaps. Where they're writing arbitrary laws that can't happen.
I had heard once that there was a biological group many years ago that wanted to see if they could introduce whales into the Great Salt Lake.
That was in the late 1800s.
And maybe that's where it hails from.
It might have been written by as a joke. Or maybe, actually I think it was in 1910. I actually read a book on it a long time ago. It might have been a joke. They may have thought that whales could live there because, but they didn't realize, one, how salty it is, and two, how shallow it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super shallow. And I don't know whether they tried it. Some have speculated they tried it and the whale keeled over real fast. But
maybe that's where it stems from, is just the...
But Oklahoma. Yeah. Seriously? Come on now.
I've been through Oklahoma.
I went through the little handle of it.
Yeah. Weird laws.
Yes.
Weird laws in every state. Oh. It's like they get written and then they run out of steam, but they're still there.
How do you enforce some of them? Like, do you have a marital aid,
a
investigator?
Counter. It's a census of marital aids.
Yes.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We're doing a dildo census.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine ethnicity? Male or female?
Number of dildos?
Yes.
And in Texas, are any of them lifelike? Oh. Oh, yes. We're going to have to report this.
It's so veiny.
Swear. Anyway,
Oh, man.
great show.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Legislatures, quit wasting our time and money, please. and thank
Read.
you.
Just read it. If these things are kind of falling in there, read
First of
through
all,
it.
And don't write up so many laws. Honestly, the laws in the law book should be a pamphlet.
Yeah, like sometimes there are
Not-
thousands of pages.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to root through a whole library to figure out if something's illegal or not.
Right. Right.
Like DUI laws, they've got different codes for each type of critter or equipment you're driving. It should be in one. If you're inebriated, don't operate anything except shoes, period. But anyways, yeah, thanks for joining us.
Anyway, have a great
That
week.
was a funny show. Don't go whaling in Oklahoma. Or do. Probably wouldn't matter. I thought you'd be able to find a way. If you find a whale in Oklahoma, don't kill it.
That's right.
And take pictures. I want to see a whale in Oklahoma. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great week.
Yes.